Good morning. My name is Michael R. Roser, and I am Chief Coaching Facilitator and co-founder of my company, Strategic Life Coaching, LLC. Please join me for this video and others at my website, abundantlifeslc.com. Well, guys, welcome to my new home. Behind me is beautiful Fox Lake, and that would be facing north, but today we're going to be going south. And I wanted to remind everybody very quickly that this medicine wheel and the purpose of it is to try to get into here, into our centered self and that power that's contained by all of these things that are around us and that are coming into our lives and what we are focusing on based upon our vision and our insight of visiting our sweat lodge. So today, we're going to be going south here, and when we get to it here, so again, directionally and in colors here, the color for heading south is yellow. Yellow's very bright, very cheery, very summer-related color as the sun is out and out for long periods of time. It focuses on our youth and our remembering of those great stories of when we were children and when we were out of school and we spent the summers in those great, at the Lincolnshire Swim Club in my particular case, and just the great friends and longtime friends that I still have, and we shared that youth together. And here we're turning back toward our youth. It's a very emotional time of the year. And the spirit animal for summer is the elk, and in their glory and in their beauty, with their horns out and just in their glory. The tenet for heading south is the idea of healing. And when you put this in the perspective of a Native American, after going through the north and the east, the west, is the fall, so that you can see now that we're building the seasons that are involved here. And having endured the north in the winter and the springtime and what that brings, although renewal, now we're into our healing phase. We can recharge our batteries literally with the sun and with the outside and the spirit of the outside. Here, the emphasis is focusing on music, vibrations, and expressions. And the one big one that I love in this medicine wheel is this idea of dancing your dance. And how beautiful is that? And the way that I take it here this morning is that I want to be my true self. I don't want to live behind these facades anymore, and I don't want to be living in a world where I'm trying to portray something to the world that isn't my true authentic self. And so by going through that assessment session and that discovery session, again, we find out who we really are and what we're bringing genetically and physically into our lives. What do we have to work with? And then we can embrace that. We can accept who we are, and therefore then going out in life, we can dance our own dance to our own tune, as they say. But I don't want to be a character like I was, larger than life and loud and boisterous and a promoter. I was a character. Now I'm striving to gain these qualities that I have character. And those character traits, as we talked about, in building those qualities versus seeking the quantities, that's what, to me, an abundant life is, about being rich on the inside, being comfortable with myself, and dancing my dance. The other tenet of heading south is focusing on love and bringing that love and bringing that outdoors and that sunshine and the trees and the colors and bringing that to everybody around me. You know, letting the guy in when you're merging and not rushing up. Letting a guy go ahead of you at the toll booth, opening a door for somebody, taking that personal responsibility to add to life, to bring something to life. If somebody at the office looks good and they're really put together and they took some time in the morning to to take that shower and dress and put the makeup on and lipstick, give that person a compliment. Tell them that they look good and tell them that they're feeling good, and be that guy with character. Be that guy that's comfortable with who he is, who she is, and bring that to the world versus what I used to bring to the world, which is a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression and a lot of anger and resentment, and constantly being in that cold wind and not knowing how to get out of it. So again, that introspection that gets us to a point where we can head south and we can heal ourselves and we can be better people. The last thing I would say is that the focus in this and heading south is on the earth itself. And again, as a Native American, they were very, very concerned about hunting what they needed versus harvesting, taking care of their surroundings and taking care of their little part of the world to make sure that it was healthy enough then to sustain them going forward. And I think in life, we need to do some of the same things with ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves now and eat well and exercise and focus on this spirit and get ourselves healthy. Otherwise, here's the thing, we're going to be forced down the road to deal with our unhealthiness. If I don't look at my blood pressure and my cholesterol, and when I get heart disease or when I get a lung disease or when I get something down the road, I'm going to be forced to deal with that then. And so I believe it's much better now to turn south, to heal, to get myself back where I want to be, to get myself feeling better. And I had a guy call me and he said, Mike, this medicine wheel and so forth and so on, I'm not sure where you're heading with this. And again, it's heading toward my inside and being comfortable with me and enjoying myself as I am, as I exist. Now, certainly, if we find some faults in this when we're heading north and when we're heading east, then those things can be fixed. Those things can be worked on a day-to-day basis. In the spiritual program that I'm involved in, those are called character defects. And there's steps involved to help us recognize and identify those defects, like getting angry, bringing hate and so forth, and working on those on a daily basis. The key here is that we're striving for spiritual progress, not perfection. We want to be God-like, God as I understand God, and I want to bring pure love to everything, but I'm a human being. And alcoholism, it's interesting. I have been separated, thank God, from alcohol, but the ism remains. I'm still me. And when I took away my medication for these issues, I'm still me. I'm carrying me wherever I go. And so I needed to head south in a very big way. I had to heal first and forgive myself heading east and so on. And so what we need to continue to focus on is this inner self and the power, and how can we get there, and then how can we sustain it, and how can we grow both spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially, and be that great guy that we want to be every single day, day in and day out. And as we face the storms, we get through them. We do the tasks in front of us for today, and we go forward. Hope this is helping, guys. Take care and be well.